How's it going, guys? Welcome to another video. I've been wanting to get a new set of track wheels for a little while, and I had a hard time finding some that I really liked and also in the price range that I liked, and I think I found the perfect set for me personally. It's really gonna depend on what you like and what you want to spend. So I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys the wheels I got and tell you pretty much why I got them in. They are Motegi MR146. These are 18 by 9.5 plus 45 squared, so all four of them, and the tires are Nankang AR-1s. It's a 100 treadwear tire. It's a tire that's pretty new to the US, but I've heard a lot of good things about it. A lot of people that do some time attack stuff just really like these. There's a lot of comparisons online. Yeah, guys, I'm really excited about this wheel. It's a brand new wheel for 2020. It just came out this month, January. And a lot of people don't really know too much about Motegi, but they mainly focus on professional racing. So it is a good brand, and these are FlowForm wheels. These both are FlowForm wheels, which is like the most common, unless you go to Forge wheels, but obviously you're gonna pay a lot more for that, which is better. I'm not saying it's not, it's just, you know, if you want to spend that money. So for a FlowForm wheel, this was, the set of four was $740. So $740 shipped to my house with taxes, pretty much out the door. So it's a sub 20-pound wheel, which is great. That's kind of what I was looking for. There is some lighter wheels, like I would say the Wet Sport TC 105N and the X's, which is a great wheel, probably one of my favorite wheels. But they are, I'd say, like 3 times to almost 4, about three times the price of these. They run around $2,400 for just the wheels alone, so it's pretty expensive, but it's a great wheel. But I just didn't feel comfortable spending that. Plus you add in the tires. These were $1,000 tires, which is still pretty good for an R compound 100 treadwear tire that has such good ratings. So I paid under $1,800 for all 4 shipped here to the house, so that's great price, because like I said, most wheels are pretty expensive. Another example of a wheel that comes in this exact spec is and is popular is the Nankang PF01, which is also a really great wheel. That one is a little heavier, actually. That one's 20.4 pounds, so a little bit heavier. It's twice the price. They run around $1,400 to $1,500 for the wheels, and they're both FlowForm wheels, so they're made the same way, which is, to me, was a win-win. And like I said, Motegi isn't like a rip-off brand. It's not like a Rota or XXR. Not knocking those brands. If you have them, you know, I'm just saying, like, these aren't replica wheels of another wheel. This is their own wheel, and they have other options you can check out, but I really want to try these out. The reason, honestly, I mainly didn't go with the Yankees, which, like I said, is another great option, is I'm just not a fan of the PF01 look. I don't really like it. So this was like another style. I like this more spoke style. Like, as you can tell, these are a lot of spokes, which I really like these wheels, but these are 19s, so I really want to switch over to an 18. Like, just for example, these tires, you can't get them, I believe, for these wheels, or you might be able to. They just have more options for 18-inch wheels, and they're cheaper too. So, and you can run a beefier tire, which I like. But actually, to tell you the truth, so these are 275 35. These are 285 tires, but like, check this out. I don't know if you guys can tell, but they're the same exact width. So even though this says it's 275, in reality it's a 285. Every tire brand has their, I don't know how they honestly measure them, but every tire brand is like a slightly different. Usually performance tires tend to run wider. So this one, like I said, it runs pretty much, it's pretty much exactly a 285, which is pretty nice. I don't think I can go any wider on the wheel. So it sits squared, which I really like. Check out the back. Yeah, just really good looking wheel. I'll go ahead and weigh both, just so you guys can get an idea of the weight difference. Like I said, these are FlowForm, so they're also not that heavy. I believe they're like 21 pounds. So they're not a super heavy wheel, but I just wanted to run an 18 setup, which is better for me. So let's go ahead and weigh them, and then we'll get them on the car and show you guys the wheels. I'll put a link in the description where I got these from, because you can't get them straight from Motegi. I believe I got them from it's called Custom Wheel Warehouse, and I'll put the link for that. And then the tires, these are actually pretty hard to find, but there's a company in LA called R Compound USA that can get them for you at a great price. So I'll put that link too, and they'll ship them to your house. But let's go ahead and weigh them and see how much they weigh. This isn't a super accurate scale, but it should be able to give me the difference between the two, which is all I really care about. So this one, the HRE is weighing in at 50.9. So the Motegi with the Nankang 275, which honestly is the same width as the 285, pretty much the 285, is weighing in at 47.6 pounds. So what is that, like 3 point something pounds? So I got the wheels on my ISF. They're just kind of propped up right now so I can show you guys, and I'll go ahead and put them all on and drop the car down. It's still on jacks, but let's go ahead and check them out. And it looks really good. Right now it looks like it's sticking out, but it's really not. It's just because it's up, it's on jack stand still. But as you can tell, there is plenty of clearance back here. Like I can fit my whole hand in between the wheel and the caliper. So there's a lot of space there, which is really nice. That's what you want. And then also on the inside, I can't really show you because it's really dark in there, and I just can't get the camera in there. But it is pretty tight up against this, but it's not touching. It's just pretty close. So I'm gonna have to keep an eye on that. But it shouldn't rub. This is the size everybody uses, so we should be good. All right, so the back one looks really good as well. Plenty of clearance. This one has even more clearance. The brake rotors, caliper is a little bit smaller. Everything on the inside is good too. I'm gonna give you guys the top view so you can see how it clears. I do have my fenders rolled on both sides, so both front and back, I mean. So I'm not too worried. I should have plenty of clearance. And I'm not running any camber at all. Actually, I have like factory set camber, so just because I do drive it to the track and back, I don't really want to wear out the tires running a track camber. You can see it clears. Once it goes down, it actually tuck in if it does dip down. I'm gonna not have it super low just because you don't want it rubbing in any hard turns, because you do take the car through some extremes. I do have ISC coilovers. I have ISC coilovers, you can't see them, but I have ISC coilovers in here with the 16K springs. So the car is pretty stiff, and I got that purposely just because I knew I was going to be using for the track. Being a heavy car, you want to have some stiffer springs for that body roll. Now I have like almost very little body roll. It made a huge difference. So really excited to try these out on the track. We'll go ahead and get them on, and then we'll go drop the car. So there you guys have it. Check that out. Look how good that looks. I'm super happy. I always love like the meaty track setup look, so man, they look good. This is gonna settle down a little bit more, but I might lower it. We'll see. Like I said, this is a track car, so I don't want it to be like super slammed. It does have a little bit more of a gap from the other wheels that I had, just because, like I said, these are 18s versus 19s, so it is a smaller diameter wheel. But man, these look good. Wish you guys can see these in person. I don't think this camera's doing these any justice. Whew. So I left the center caps off on this side, and the other side I put center caps on just to see which way I like more. Honestly, on the track I take them off just so I don't lose them. Let's get another look at how the fender. Oh yeah, there's plenty of room right here. I'll have no issues with that. Yeah, you can catch a little bit of the tire still right here. This is with the wheels straight, which I like. Wow, they look good. We'll go ahead and pull up the car right now, give you guys a better look outside. Alright guys, so I pulled the car out of the garage. I have a one-car garage, so it's a little hard to get a good angle of the wheels. So we'll go ahead and check it out now, see how you guys like it, see if I like it. It's setting a little bit higher than I would normally like, but honestly I think I might leave it just for the track, to tell you the truth. I don't want to have any issues, especially with the new wheel and tire setup. I don't want to get out there and then it start rubbing and then I have to make adjustments while I'm out there. I think I'd rather just play it safe. But regardless, I think it looks great. Tires look really beefy, as you can see, just pulling it out of the garage. Just everything is stuck to them. These are definitely not a quiet tire, so don't get these for street driving. This is pretty much strictly just a track tire. But my car is so loud as it is already that it doesn't really matter if my tires are loud, especially with no rear seats. You can hear all the rocks, all the exhaust drone. Yeah, she looks real good. Really happy with how they turned out. I don't know if I'm gonna keep the center caps or not. I don't know. What do you guys think? Should I keep them on? Keep them off? We'll see. Yeah, looks good. Got plenty of clearance. So I'm going to the track in 3 weeks from now. I'm going to the track 3 weeks from now. I'm gonna be able to test out this new tire and wheel combo compared to the last time I went there. So I'll be able to compare the track times, and I'll make a video about that so you guys can see if it really made a difference or not. So I'm hoping, you know, we lose a couple seconds off our lap times, which I think is doable. Next thing after obviously the wheels is gonna be, I'm stuck between getting an LSD, so limited slip differential, either the Cusco or the OS Geekin, or getting two-piece rotors. So I'm most likely from RR Racing. My rotors are almost done. They have like, they're almost done. So are my brake pads. I'm on Project Moo HC800s, and these front rotors are Brakenetic. So these rotors are almost done along with the brakes. So I'm going to be having to get new brakes and pads pretty soon. So I'm honestly thinking about just taking advantage of having to replace them now and get the two-piece rotors. That'll further pretty much loosen or lower the weight up front, especially. I think the RR Racing two-piece rotors are 5.89 pounds. It's somewhere around right under 6 pounds per side for the fronts, so that's a significant difference. Like I said, I already lost over 3 pounds just switching to these wheels. So if I lose another 6 pounds, man, that'd be great. That'd be really helpful for a car that's pretty heavy like this one. So yeah, definitely, I mean, I'm gonna test them out as long as they don't break, which I don't think they will, honestly. Being FlowForm, I think these are a steal. They're honestly a steal for how light they are and how good they look. They clear big brakes. You can't go wrong with these, honestly, unless you want to save more weight. Like I said, you got to spend that big, over 2 grand, closer to 3 grand price range, which I just didn't feel comfortable doing. I'm not a hardcore track person. I try to go once a month, and I'm not at that point where that's gonna really benefit me to go that light, where I still have a lot of learning to do driving. Like I said, the losing weight is just a benefit for me. It was more so going to the 18s and running a wider tire all around and being able to rotate the tires now, because before my wheels were staggered and I was running a 255 up front. So now I'll have better grip up in the front, especially coming out of turns, this car being so heavy, and also the better tires. So thank you guys for watching. If you guys want to see anything else, let me know. I try to just do pretty much modification videos or any track videos. A lot of this stuff I wish I would have started recording when I first started doing all this stuff, but I didn't, like the front lip, the carbon hood. I did do a video on the seats if you guys want to check that out. My steering wheel, the roll cage, show you guys that real quick. Roll cage with my harnesses. So I'm trying to keep this car as close to a street car as possible, but being able to track it and do good at the track. So yeah, $1,800 wheel track tire and wheel setup. Definitely don't think that you can go wrong with it. Thanks guys.